Good morning, everybody. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Wow, it's amazing how they can divide the sky. Look at this. They really did some spraying this morning. It's around 9 o'clock in the morning here in eastern Kentucky on Monday, and look at what they've done to the skies already. But you know, I walked out here and I noticed that somebody took my trash out of my trash container there. So we're going to walk there and see what the criminals did. Now, I have to tell you, there isn't an animal that can actually lift trash that heavy out of the trash bag, out of the trash container. Oh, well, actually what they did, I see what they did. They knocked down the trash container. They knocked it down after I put it out last night. Yeah. And again, there aren't any animals around here that do that except the inhuman criminals. I'll show you. But I hope everybody's doing well. Look at the sky. Yeah, it's supposed to be cloudy all day today. You know how they predict these things? they somewhat predict these things by planning them in advance and then reporting on them, but they get it wrong. Like when my landscaper showed up and there was suddenly 90% chance of rain when the sun was out and it wasn't supposed to rain at all. So I'm going to show you also what they've been doing to the property here. They're diggers, you know, like the Freemasons and the witches. Let me show you how they're digging up my property, like right here. You see all this? This is all being dug up by these losers. And rather than open up my gate, I'm going to show you also what they've done. Here, see, here's my garbage pail. Look. You see this? This is what the losers did. Look. You see, this is what the losers did. So instead of throwing their trash, now they've dumped my trash and they picked at it. And actually, you see the holes in the bag? Those holes were there. I took my trash out. And the criminals actually go into, here it is, look. They tear up my trash. It was actually before I put it in there. So I'm going to have to clean this up. And this is what they do because their trash, right? Because their trash, neighbor over there, trash, down the block, all trash. And they project their stuff, and then there's trash right up there. All along there, trash, trash. Thieves, and trash. But let's, I'm going to show you what they did over here. So they have been digging along this retaining wall. And they dug all over here. And I got a good last night. Over here, they dug all of this up. They dug all of this up so that you can see here. You can see they dug in here. They're digging underneath the rocks because they want to cause the wall to fall. They've been digging under all the rocks. You can see there's a hole there. And look at what's here. Now I've cleaned this so many times. This is something that they put in. They put in here. We have had no wind, 0 wind, and I've got, look, you can see branches everywhere. 1, 2, 3. This is 3 masons. 1, 2, 3. And they're digging here. I'm going to show you right here. Look. All of this is dug up. All of this is dug up underneath here, you see, here. Now I'm going to tell you, this is hard like cement. It's clay mixed with all kinds of pebbles and rock, and they've dug out here probably using their directed energy weapons. Unless they're using a pickaxe, they've done it all here. They're digging out all in here, all here. I'm going to show you right here. All of this is dug out. Let's zoom in here. They're digging out underneath all the rocks to cause them to fall. These rocks retain this wall, and they've dug out all along here. Everything here. And then they did it up here. All along here. It's got to be a directed energy weapon unless they're using some kind of a pick like they used on my tree. And look, this is what they do. They throw all kinds of dirt in here. We've had very little rain and zero wind for all this stuff to be here. They throw all this shit all over my property because they know it's listed for sale and they know that land is valuable, and they're trying to filthy it and depreciate the value just the way they did when I lived at 52 Sutton Drive, Manalapan, New Jersey, in a home I lived in for 30 years as original owner. And I apologize if you get sick of me saying it. But for the newcomers, this is what they do when you own property and land. They try to steal it from you, like they did in Maui. You know, they set up all kinds of false flags. They want your property on a steal, like my neighbors next door, John and Mary. I can say their names. They're on Neighborhood Wars. Yeah. John and Mary. John had the audacity to take his John Deere tractor, drive it around, and put a chain around my gate, that gate, and pull it out, and pull out the posts. It's not their property. They don't own it. They don't even have a survey. After all these years of threatening me, they never got their own survey. But yeah, so I own that land across the street, just beyond those posts. And there was a gate there when I moved here. And he led me to believe that that was his property, but it wasn't. That gate was torn down, crushed, and pummeled into the ground. And I hired my neighbor, Chris Bowles, and I paid him $90 to remove it, dig from there, and he never gave me the gate back. Has the audacity to text me and said the law told him that I couldn't have it back without a civil lawsuit. Really? The law told you I can't have my gate back? But that's okay. All of this is going to be exposed big time. We're going to have a big interview about what's going here in Jackson County, Kentucky, and how my neighbors tore my gate out. I had a witness with his 15-year-old son. The criminals altered my video because I started recording when I walked from my house. I had my camera on, got his son here, and they cut it. They cut out like those 30 seconds or minute. It must have been at least a minute. They cut it out of my video because it's true. The 15-year-old son was right here watching, and his father was right here. And my neighbor was carrying his loaded weapon and threatens my worker to not come closer. And my witness signed a witness statement. And then my neighbor drives to his house and threatens him in writing, same handwriting of those no trespassing signs that she posted on my property. What a lunatic. What a friggin' lunatic, right? Imagine walking from all the way down there to post no trespassing signs on somebody else's property and then steal the gate. So yeah, Chris, I'm coming after you. Yeah, I'm gonna be coming after you because you owe me money. Not only do you owe me money, but you stole from me. You stole some things from my yard here. But anyway, this is what I woke up to this morning. And this is what happens here in Snitchlands. Lands of the snitches. Lands of the Stasi Nazis. Jackson County, Kentucky. Yeah. This is where we got a bunch of criminal neighbors who want to steal your property. They sick their dogs on you when you're cleaning your property. They threaten your workers that if you continue to clean her property, you'll be part of our lawsuit. I don't know what planet that person lives on. I can clean my property all day long from here until there. And I have been for the last 5.5 years. Nobody likes it because it doesn't fit the narrative. Right? The narrative that I don't pay people. Wow. I'm not the one that owes money on my mortgage. I'm not the one that didn't pay my property taxes. No, that wasn't me. But this is symbolic of the trash that lives around here. Every time they throw trash on my property, it's symbolic of what they are. They're a bunch of fucking trash. And this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading on a Monday morning, bringing you live coverage from Kentucky.